Hello, I'm Sid House. I'm a member of the Royal Scottish Forestry Society. Was a professional forester in a former life. It's my pleasure today to introduce you to Nanda Robertson, who's our host here today on Garrique Estate. And Nanda, what a wonderful place on a lovely crisp winter's day. So tell us a little bit about Garrique and the woodlands that you've looked after here.
Well, the Garrique is actually, I think, supposed to be an old derivation of the Scots French word for garrigue, and in France it means a high sheep walk. And so the main forest that we look at was traditionally a sheep farm, and it was converted to forestry in the late 80s, the last gasp of the previous forestry scheme, when I think the Chancellor had a bright idea in the Bath and took forestry out of the tax net. So, but we have some slightly older bits, one of the bits being the old wood, which probably dates from 1919. It's as old as the Forestry Commission. It was, I think, felled in the First World War. I've counted the rings on the Douglas, so that gives me a pretty good idea. This immediate bit that we're looking at here was probably planted in the 1970s by the then owners. I think just to sort of supplement this area, it's about 4 hectares in total. And we will later on, because you're going to reverse it, I think, look at the fact that having fenced it 5 years ago, which was a reinvestment of the proceeds of our first felling, we've now getting a tremendous amount of natural regeneration coming. We will look and have looked at various bits where we've cleared the windblow, planted it, and then 4 years later scratched my head and wondered, why did I plant it? Because the amount and variation of regen is absolutely extraordinary. So lots of questions about how do you restock existing woodlands, particularly when it hasn't been subjected to windblow and you actually have reasonably dry conditions. And that brings you to the discussion, of course, about, well, can you save on ground prep, can you save on plants, but you're going to have to invest in some clear thinking about your management of it, and a lot of early work in terms of clearing, whether it's brambles or birch or whatever, to favour what it is that you're trying to do. So even in this small area we have lots of interesting challenges.
So there you are, small woodland estate, about 110 hectares, established, some old trees, but mainly established in the 80s, coming up for restructuring, forest plan in place, an owner who wants to keep it commercially viable but is interested in diversifying into continuous cover, but some real challenges to do with restocking and natural regeneration and deer management, like lots of estates like this. Nanda, let's go and have a look at what these problems are.
Very good.